You're now listening to Mooncakes.
Welcome to Mooncakes podcast with Debbs and Liz, episode 13.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Is 13 lucky?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
No,
like,
it's
I
not.
won't even go out if it's Friday the 13th. Because weird shit happens, man.
Yeah, totally.
It's just better just to stay out of its way. Just let it. Let it do its thing on Friday the 13th.
Yes.
And then I did notice on some places that I drop off like food to, sometimes they don't have a 13th room. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like weird superstition. I mean, there must have been a long line of things that have happened, events that have happened, in room 13 or the 13th floor.
Yeah, I think in Hong Kong, I think sometimes they skip the fourth floor. Because say sounds like almost like a die.
Satan or
Die in Chinese.
Say it means die.
Yeah, but it also means four. But if you change the tone, like say, like it's like it sounds almost the same, but one means die and one means four.
One has emphasis.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like a tone. So so it either means die or like four if you say it incorrectly. So I think sometimes they skip the fourth floor. I think.
But not skipping it. Do they just keep it empty?
The number on the
elevator.
On the elevator.
So really, the fifth floor is actually the fourth floor.
Yes.
Okay, but they call it the fifth floor.
On the elevator,
Yeah.
they skip a number.
Yeah.
That's what I think I remember.
I mean,
like that.
there's a reason. I mean, why would they go out of their way to do that? There must be so many strange things that have happened.
It's Chinese people are extremely superstitious.
Yes.
So, but anyways, to start our episode, we have a little bit of London fog. I said I was going to make it last week for Liz, so here we are. London fog. It's basically Earl Grey tea with steep with lavender, and it's kind of like a black tea with lavender and cream, a little bit of vanilla extract, and honey.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. This looks really good. I already took a sip. It's good. It's really good.
It's very light. It's very light. All right.
Debbie, when we were younger, she would always make me snacks. Like, hey, Liz. Are you
Liz.
hungry?
Hey, Liz.
You want a snacky? She would like make us. It's always like something new that you're into.
Yeah.
It's either like a cup of noodles,
Yes.
cup ramen, or like what else? You make cookies.
Cookies. Oh my gosh.
Oh, like a lot of things that like you put in the little conventional oven.
Oh yes.
Like
yes.
hot pockets.
Hot pockets. Yeah.
What else? Burritos. Taquitos.
Taquitos, toast. I mean, just
snacky stuff.
Oh my
You're
god.
notorious for your stuff. Oh, hot Thai tea.
Oh, Thai tea.
Oh, you got me hooked so bad.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Thai tea, we have Thai tea too. So.
Because and I was like, what is your secret? I'm like, I put lots of condensed milk.
Oh yeah, now they just sell in packets now. So it's just like hot water in the Thai tea packet and boom.
And the level of sweetness is pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, obviously, depending on how sweet you want it, less water, more water. But
you don't put your condensed milk in it anymore?
Nah, it's already sweet enough.
Oh, okay.
It's just Thai tea, instant Thai tea.
Okay.
So it has a cream in it or something.
Oh, okay. Cool. I haven't tried that one, but have you tried coconut condensed milk?
No.
Okay, well, I've been meaning. Do you drink coffee still?
Oh yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I tried. I got like brainwashed by Joe Rogan's mushroom coffee.
Mushroom coffee.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, well, of course, I'm a fan of Joe Rogan, and I like listening to his podcast, and especially when you have interesting like guests, I'll definitely watch it.
Oh yeah.
And then he he does talk about this mushroom coffee from Four Sigmatic. And first of all, I wanted to get it for my mom because it's healthier. It's half the amount of caffeine. And it's organic. And also it has all these like mushrooms in it. Like lion's mane, which is great for your memory. And there's a bunch of other mushrooms, but it's completely organic. And they get their batches tested, so it's really clean. It's really clean. And he says it doesn't taste like mushrooms. So I got 2 packs of it, and I put coconut condensed milk in it, and then I whip it. I whip it with a matcha green tea little whisk thing, and I make it frothy. Like, what is this? It's like a different kind of frothy. It's like a lighter because there's no dairy in it. But I've been meaning to bring it for you, but we always do it like in the afternoon, like this. You don't want to like stay up all night.
Oh, okay.
When do you like? You only drink in the morning?
No, I drink caffeine any time of the day. Fuck, I don't got no schedule.
Like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like how sensitive you were to caffeine.
Nah, I'm not that sensitive to caffeine.
Okay,
I'm pretty good.
then I'll make it next time.
Well, this is like Vietnamese coffee caffeine.
Oh no.
No.
That's a whole different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like meth level of caffeine.
Yeah. Oh my God, that reminds me when my sister Diana was like, Donna, no, this Vietnamese coffee is super strong. And we were younger, right? And Donna's like,
high school? Like freshman.
I think it's high school. My sister was in town or something.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, no, this coffee's really strong. It was Vietnamese coffee. And I was like, and then Donna, my twin sister, was like, no, I can handle it. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I could totally handle it. And my sister's like, you won't be able to sleep if you drink this.
Yeah.
And then my sister's like, no, I will. I'll be able to sleep. I'll be sleep fine. And then she's like, fine, drink it.
Yeah.
You want to bet that you're going to be wide awake? And Donna's like, yeah, I bet.
Bet what?
I don't know if they bet money or
But
not.
just bet.
They bet. Just bet. She goes, yeah, I'll bet you. And then so, it's so funny because Donna drank it. She's like, I'm fine. And then Donna and my sister went to bed. And they were sleeping in the same bed. Because my sister was visiting, so they just shared the same bed. And I was like, I don't know why was it left up to me to check, I guess. But I just went, so I was like,
oh, you're curious.
I was curious, like, so let's see if Donna's awake. And I go, and it's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I go like, just go inside the room slowly, and I go, and she's like, appears like she's fast asleep. But I could tell she's kind of like not. And so I just like,
you open her eyes
like this, like
to see if it's like
if it's
rolled
like,
back. Yeah.
But it was like it's like wide awake, and I'm like, "You're awake, you bitch! You're awake, bitch! You knew it!" And she's like, "Yes, I'm awake. Okay, I can't sleep.
It's strong ass coffee, and Donna also has big eyes, like big beautiful eyes. So like like you can see there's no way she can hide that. If she's awake, you will tell. But that's so hilarious.
Funny.
You had that.
I just like looked at her eyes. She's trying her best to like make her look like she's not lucid and like asleep. But like, bitch, you awake? She's like, yes, I am.
Well, it's the Vietnamese coffee, of course, because they put so much condensed milk in it. It's creamy. It's got that innocent look to it, like almost like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
So it's easy to drink it.
Yes.
But it will keep you up.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Strong.
I didn't remember getting like I remember like drinking that during finals week. And I was just couldn't sleep, and I obviously wouldn't be able to sleep. I didn't want to sleep because I was just studying like crazy. And the next day at school, I just like shaking like on crack or something.
Yeah. Twitching and stuff.
Shit.
Your hands all
shaking,
trying to do the test. Like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah,
Funny.
good times. Yeah, but now I appreciate frothing the coffee and stuff. Got a little frother.
Yeah.
Like a frother wand to like make it frothy.
Yeah. Or like any kind of specialty drink that you take a little bit extra time and care into it.
Yes.
It means a lot.
It does.
There's a point where you get to it in your from your childhood to your young adult phase to your adult phase, and you're just like, you just really truly do appreciate the simple things.
Yes.
The small things. It really makes a big difference in your life. And
it really do. And that's like how my older sister is, like, very intentional in everything she does. And that's why I'm like, I gotta make a London fog for Liz.
I do love it. It is really delicious. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it because, okay, so the lavender, you steep it?
Yeah, I just steeped it with the tea. I just found, my sister used fresh lavender, but they didn't sell fresh lavender. I just used dried lavender, and I just steeped it in with the tea, and I just, I think like kind of.
It's really good, guys. Did you want to give the recipe? Like, do you want me?
Yeah, I mean, there's a link. There's a link.
Okay, so we'll do the link.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
It's delightful.
Yeah, it's like if you want to hang out with, you have friends coming over, family coming over, and you want to, like, you know, make a little extra special. This is really delicious.
Yeah.
Drink to have.
Yeah.
But
so
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. But anyways, I know you've been meaning and wanting to talk about, like, investments and Robinhood and all that.
Yes, let's talk about
money.
Okay, like, it doesn't mean just because you want to talk about money, it doesn't mean you're a hungry bitch, like money bitch. There's nothing wrong with money.
No, I mean, you gotta get by with money. You know?
Do you think, like, being raised up in church and stuff, did they give you, like, any negative like feeling towards money? Because I know I have. I grew up with, like, money's evil.
Really?
Money is greed. Money brings sin.
I just always remember just being, like, when it came to money, always, like, being charitable with your money and stuff like that.
You got the good stuff.
Yeah, I never heard, like, money's evil, money's bad. I always, like, money can do good. And, like, especially if you're well off, it's, like, I just remember the story of, like, the rich man who, like, comes by and, like, drops off a donation, right? And everyone, and like, the people are watching, and I think Jesus was with them, and they're like, oh, look at that guy, like, he donates so much, that's so great. She's like, yeah, that's good for him. And then another poor person comes by, and this poor person barely has anything, right? But she drops off, like, a coin. And it's not much compared to the rich man.
Of course. Yeah.
But
she's willing to
give, and it's equivalent to how much she has, like, which is nothing really. It's a lot for her to donate. So, like, but of course from the outside, like, oh, that's not much, like, that's nothing to brag about. But then Jesus was like, no, like, she gave more than she could. Like, she gave a lot even when she has nothing. That's greater than this rich man who actually has way more to give, but he gave
he's
a
not
lot.
affected with the amount that he gave. He can still eat the next day. He has a home, and
Yeah, so it really shows you, like, perspective and stuff. So that's how I remember, like, money. I didn't remember it being evil or anything. Just remember, like, just being charitable with what you have, and also that's just to be giving and not to be greedy about it.
Yeah.
So, but money is important, and especially I think it's important that we talk about it, because it's what helps. It's what you got to survive with on. Yeah. So if you don't if you are passive about money and don't really take control of it, then you never really conquer it and really get a control over it, and budgeting, learn how to budget, learn how to save, and learn how to not just save but also make money and earn money, passive income and stuff like that. So I know you're very knowledgeable about that.
I wouldn't say I'm very knowledgeable, but I am enthusiastic. I'm an enthusiast about it. I never really had foundation set for me when I was younger. I think when I was younger, it was all about spending. Like my aunts, they had a good amount of money. My aunt was the rich aunt, I think everyone has a rich aunt or a rich uncle and stuff. And it would be like, go to the mall, buy Hello Kitty, or like ride the carousel. Here's money to go ride on carousel. And then when New Year's comes around, it's like, oh, you bow for money, and then you spend it. And then I think one time at 5 years old, I did open a bank account, but no one like followed up with me. You know, no one never gave me a talk about things. They never talk about stocks, investments, like looking to the future, how to get the most out of your money. It was just work. So, I did not have a very solid knowledge about how to use money. So for so much of my life, money has slipped through my fingers. Lots of years of hard work just gone. So I took the initiative, instead of feeling sorry for myself and saying, oh, no one taught me this. We have the internet.
Yes.
And we have a supercomputer right in our hands. So, let's utilize it instead of, and it's pretty amazing when you turn your perspective and your emotions around instead of feeling so low about it. Be proactive. Be proactive. And like me and Debbie, we definitely want to be like, the older sister, like, just like, because I wish I had an older sister or older brother that would like teach me all these things. So we're just speaking out to the people that, have no clue about stocks. And mind you, we're not experts at all. We just want to kind of like share this gateway to you guys. And maybe you guys will plunge into it and maybe do some research yourself. But I've been telling Debbie that I really want to talk about Robinhood, which makes things a lot. It's an app. I believe you can get it on any smartphone. And what it is that you can buy certain cryptos and like any stocks on here. And they make it easy for you. So stocks are a little difficult to understand. When you were taught about stocks when you were younger, and then you did that kind of like faux stock market exchange thing at school, did you like fully grasp the understanding?
Did we do stock market?
I think we did. I think in high school or something. Or middle school we did, or something like that, for a very short amount of time.
It must have been so like short that I don't remember.
It was like a flip.
Yeah.
And then we never talked about it ever again.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to understand what is a stock, You're basically buying a piece of that company. So you can look up on Robinhood and do some exploration on there. And there's like, there's the major ones like Disney, Amazon, Netflix. So all these companies, you can buy a little piece and basically you're funding them to use that money to put towards projects or whatever so they can grow. And as they're growing, your value of that small piece that you own grows with that company.
Yeah, it's an investment, basically.
Yeah, it's an investment. So I think people say stocks are very dangerous. And yes, they can be dangerous, okay? You don't want to just throw money, big money. But I think playing with small money, like, your play money, a little bit of that, a little fraction of that is great, because once you start putting money into these stocks and stuff, you get a better understanding what's going on. You can, and there's graphs that they show on the app. And you're like, at first it's like so intimidating. You're like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't understand what's going on here. There's numbers moving up and down. Prices are going up and up. There's a little triangle that's pointing down. You're like, what the hell is going on? But when you're using like play money to buy stocks and understanding as the days go by, you kind of start understanding what the hell is going on here. And once you get a grasp of it, you're going to have more fun. So I really want to push everyone, like play around with $20. Instead of like going out to get a meal for $20, just try it out. Go on Robinhood. There's no fees to join, which I love that part. And just play around. And you know what? I actually would like to start sharing stocks that are under $1 or $1. Like for one instance, I'll tell you, in 1 year, in the past year, I grew my stocks. I only put like $6,000 or $7,000. That's a lot of money, right? For a lot of people, $6,000 or $7,000. But I grew it an extra $11,000 this year.
Nice.
Just this year. And a lot of people will, financial people will tell you, you want to go to mutual funds, right? And that's what you have, right?
Yes.
Mutual fund, you have to start with a minimum of 10 grand, correct?
I don't know. My mom is the one that started the mutual fund for me when I was younger. So.
Oh, parents, if you don't have a mutual fund started for your kid, do it now.
Yeah,
Like, once they're young.
Yeah, my mom just put I think $50 here, $100 here, and just saved little by little, just put money away, and it just we're able to have she's able to create savings for each one of us, and because of her putting into mutual funds and stocks. So
mutual funds is going to be a steady growth. It's not going to be this crazy up and down game, okay? Stocks is a little bit more trickier. It's not going to be a steady growth. You're going to maybe lose a lot of money or gain a lot of money, and it's always changing, right? However, mutual funds, I think it's really great if you have a long-term amount of years. I would also like to start a mutual fund too, and I did have one, but I didn't understand what I was putting my money into. I think I put $11,000 in T. Rowe Price, which is an investing firm. And I didn't know why I was putting my money in there. And of course, if you don't understand why you're putting your money in there, you're going to be more tempted to take it out.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm just trying to, pique some curiosity to people that don't know what stocks are. It's the best because it's like your money is working hard. Just think of all your dollars and your cents as your little employees or your workers. And they are the hardest working things ever because they are working around the clock. You know what I mean? That's what really turned on the light bulb for me. It's look at this dollar or this quarter. You put in an investment and it's always continuously working for you. You're growing this. And so I would just how do you feel about it? Would you be interested in do you trade crypto at all?
No, I don't trade any crypto. I've heard of it. I heard people, but it's when you're not sure, you don't know much about it. It's kind of daunting.
Of course,
it seems really daunting.
And there's a lot of negative talk about crypto too.
Yes, yeah.
So the most popular one is Bitcoin, of course.
Yes.
And right now, Bitcoin is at 34,999 for one.
Wow.
Okay, I bought two at 240.
Wow.
Yeah, each one for 240. Guess what I did? I didn't understand how investments work. I cashed out. So I don't have any Bitcoin. Actually, I do have. Together, me and Joseph have point something. Points, a partial amount, but still brings a lot of return. So I would also look into Bitcoin because I really do feel like it possibly may be the money of tomorrow. For a minute there, people didn't think credit cards were going to take over. Guess what happened? Credit cards took over. So you got to always kind of have a lookout for, new upcoming ways to pay or new future money and stuff. So I would really, really like to, recommend Robinhood. Just check it out. Just put a little bit of money here and there, and then I will want to share one trading. It's BNGO. Right now it's at only $8. And I feel like if you look at it, it has a lot of room to grow. So your $8 can maybe, let's say, go to $100 each. You're making big money by just putting a little bit of money in. Okay, so that one's a little bit higher, $8 one. I want to try finding one that's a little bit cheaper, 50 cents.
50 cents.
50 cents. I like the cheaper, the better. One, I bought $130 of one when it was at 62 cents. And now it's at $5 or $9 or something. So I got a lot of return back.
Wow.
So you don't need to buy like these really expensive ones, like $100 ones and stuff. The cheaper the better, but you have to watch out what you're buying. So here's one too that's possible. Okay, don't put like all your money into this, but try it out. Just maybe put a couple dollars. This is a $2.95 stock, and it's MOSYS. So if you type that into the Robinhood searcher bar, this will pop up, and all you need to do is buy it. You can just add your banking information. They make it really easy to buy. So that's what I want to show is the ease.
Yes.
To buy stocks and how to follow them and stuff. So check it out.
Yeah, I think again it's just educating yourself about different ways of making income, and it's just nice to know that while I'm sitting here, like my mutual fund and stuff like that, like I had money in Apple before they split.
Yeah.
So
they give you extra.
Yeah,
when they split.
4. Yeah, so it's like I don't even know what's going on, but I'm just like I had more money than because I kept it in that. I kept it in with Apple. I didn't sell when people were like, "Oh."
And you weren't looking at it every day, so you weren't getting nervous, Yeah. Let me see, Apple.
But Apple split it, and that's what. And so now the stocks are cheaper. I think
it's at $133 right now.
Yeah,
$133 per one. Okay, so that I feel like when they do a split, it gives opportunity for other buyers
to buy at a lower cost.
And then for the people that already have it,
you have multiple.
You get
stocks.
multiple stocks,
exactly.
Which is always that's what also Tesla did too. Also, which one I would probably want you guys to look at is NIO. NIO. It's kind of gonna trend like Tesla. So Tesla was really cheap, right? It was at like 100 or something like that. 5 years. Let's look at it. It was at like $71. And we just read an article of this kid. He put like $18,000 in it when it was at like $7 or something like that. He like retired as a multi-millionaire. Like now, he's like 30 something. He just put $18,000 in, and it grew to the point that he became a multi-millionaire, cashed out, and he's retired. And which we're not trying to advocate a easy way out.
Yeah.
We're not.
It's very seldom that happens, but when it does happen, that's awesome. And like that you can foresee like a company that's gonna do well, basically. But not everybody has $18,000. I get it. Well,
I didn't do with $18,000. I started with 100. And I added 200, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm interested in this company. I'm gonna put 300, and it just kind of snowballs. It went from having no investments to putting in over time, over like a 2-year period. I put $7,000 in, and in 1 year, I was able to profit almost $12,000 in 1 year.
Nice.
Which is insane. That's a 220% growth.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
That's better than your savings, which is 0.3 or something like that.
It's low, yeah. No, it's awesome when you just take the reins and just really try, be the boss of your money and just be
it feels good.
So once you understand that. So I definitely want to get a better understanding of mine, because right now, like when I was growing up, my mom put like money away, in this mutual fund and stuff like that, and I have some in Fidelity.
Fidelity, yeah.
We use Fidelity, so I had some in Apple stock, so I have that. But I want to definitely be more in control of my of that passive income and like what's going on, and so that I can that I can delve into stocks more and like purchase stuff and just have the confidence to do that.
Yeah, and this is what me and my brother and Joseph, we made a pact, like, hey, if we come into something really good and we think that it might work, share it. Share it with one another. Last night we were watching a new show called Deadly Class, but at the same time we were all kind of like just casually looking at our apps and seeing which one we can tell each other about.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you know, $1 ones, $2 ones. So there's like not much of a risk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. Like, it's cool to, people say it's rude to talk about money. You know, like within friends.
That's
like,
very old-fashioned.
I think it's very old-fashioned, but like, you know, a lot of people won't talk about money. And I think, you know, with your friends, it is cool to share that information.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so like, if you do hop on Robinhood, Debs, like I'll tell you a couple of the cheaper ones that, and I get a lot of my information from Joseph. He loves that. And most of the time his gut is right. That's why like I was able to make that 209% growth this year.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's definitely fun, I think.
Nice.
And Robinhood makes it easy.
Awesome. Well, that's it. I think it's a good way to you know, start the new year like just with.
We hope you get rich.
We hope you get rich. Okay, corrections.
Oh yeah.
Sanle Philo means Happy New Year. Gong Hei Fat Choi means get rich.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
it was really
my
funny.
bad. My twin sister called me out because she was listening to our podcast, and she's like, "Debbie, your Chinese is horrible." She's like, "Silent Philo is Happy New Year. Gong Hei Fat Choi is like get rich." I'm like, you bitch! I made a disclaimer. Okay, I said I wasn't great at Chinese.
Do you not talk to your parents at all in Chinese?
No.
At all. Like
At
not
all.
even, but maybe some words. Like you'll talk English and then you'll be like,
Nope.
really?
I don't speak to them in Chinese.
Because they don't really.
My mom will speak to me in Chinese a little bit.
But you'll understand.
I'll understand. For the most part, but I don't speak it, no.
Yeah. Mostly me too. Like my mom will speak in Korean most of the time. But I appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
Because if, let's say, you were somewhere in China or anywhere that's Chinese speaking, majority, like, you can understand what's going on at least, you know?
For the most part, yeah.
Like, you're not totally completely lost.
Not totally lost, but somewhat understand. It's a little very muddled for me.
I bet that if you did live there for like a month or two, it would easily come to
back,
you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like the same way too, because when I lived in Korea for like I guess you can't, a long visit of 1 month, I guess, my Korean was improved greatly.
Nice.
So I was like, dude, if I stayed here a year, my Korean would be almost perfect. Maybe, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you always spoke Korean like pretty frequently, like growing up, like if you're
because grandma was around. Grandma, yeah. So if you guys have, a chance to practice your second language, do it. Or your first language. Korean's my first language. So
is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I know, it's so weird, right?
Your first language?
Yeah, it was my first language. I only spoke Korean.
Oh my god.
But I was born here. But it was heavily used around when grandma was around. Everyone even in the family spoke more Korean. Now it's the majority. Sometimes I have to, if I do see my aunts, like I would ask them like, hey, you can speak in Korean, I appreciate that because I only hear my mom speaking, or sometimes when she's watching TV, I'll hear it from there. But it's nice to practice your whatever languages you have. It comes in handy.
I wish I did know Chinese better, and not have my twin sister call me out. But definitely, it's nice to know another language for sure.
Do you think that Donna is better at it because she has more of an interest in like learning?
Interest, and I don't know, she's just really good at she's good at piano, like listening, like music and stuff like that. She's kind of, I don't know, she
did play a lot.
She did play a lot. So when she hears something, she's really good at remembering it. She has a really good memory. Like she has really better than me. Like my memory is not that good. I don't know if it's like just early set Alzheimer's, but I'm just like. No, I never had really good memory. And even my dad's memory is really good. Donna's really good.
Your dad is very good.
Well, remember when? Like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember when.
No, I think you're too hard on yourself because a lot of things that I do mention, you may not bring it up, but when I do say it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I do remember actually.
I think
that part.
it has a like.
It has to
something
be
has
triggered.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So is that all you wanted to say about money for now? And like.
Yes, for now.
Gong hei fa choi, like get rich. And I think it's actually February 12th.
Yes, I have it. I have it on my calendar.
Chinese New Year is like February 12th or something like that, or some. It's like
I accidentally put when is Chinese New Year, and I accidentally put 2020 because of course it takes a while to get used to putting 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So I put 2020, and I'm not even thinking. I was like, holy shit! It's January 25th. It's like so soon. I'm like, I have so much to do. I have to clean so many things. I have so much. But then I checked 2021 and I was like, oh, okay. Thank God. It's on the 12th. Yeah, it's on the 12th.
Of February.
On Friday.
Yes.
So if you want some extra, good fortune, want to clean your place on Chinese New Year Eve, and then
on the 11th.
On the 11th, and then stuff your pockets with as much cash as you can. And then don't wash anything. They say, like, oh, don't even take a shower on Chinese Year.
On the day.
That's a little hard for me. Maybe maybe I'll try like like a towel. Like, what did they call it?
Wipes?
No, but they have a word for it. Is it what is it called? It's like dry shower or something. I don't know. They call it that.
There's dry shampoo.
There's dry shampoo, but it's a term where you just wipe yourself with a towel.
I know what you mean.
We'll just call it a wipe down.
Yeah, a wipe down.
But I guess you're not even supposed to do that.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
superstitions.
Yeah.
But honestly, it has worked for me because there was a point where I was living in a tin shed.
True.
And that was bad.
That was bad.
That was so bad. Oh my God. There was like plywood.
There's puppies giving birth in the corner.
Oh my gosh. It was so great. We had like 2 cats in there that wasn't even ours. And then, there was like 7 or 8 puppies. And
so they would never get the dog neutered.
Yeah. And then there's all this shit in there because my father-in-law, he's like a hoarder, and so he had like lawnmower in there and the doors won't even shut, and
oh my God,
it's that tin roof where it's like wavy.
Yes.
When you watch, what's that, there's a movie about a part in Africa, we're in Africa and they have like tin roofs and stuff. Everything's made out of like plywood and tin, anything they can find, That's basically where I was living in, but it was just in Garden Grove.
Oh my gosh, I know when it rained, it was just...
When it rained, it poured.
Oh.
You would finally like wash all your sheets and put your clothes away. You can make the best out of it. You can. And then when the rain came, everything got soaked. Your bed, everything.
Was it a patio or was it a garage?
It was next to the garage, but it was like a patio. It was like a janky ass ghetto patio.
How long were you there for?
Like over a year.
Oh.
It was harsh because in the heat, it was like an oven. An oven. Like,
and it's cold. It's really cold.
It's so cold. Like I remember one time I was like laying in bed after work, and then I could see my breath.
Oh my gosh, Liz.
It was harsh. I was like, this is the price of freedom.
This is the price of freedom. Oh, damn.
It was hard times, but freedom felt so good because Joseph's dad did not care what we did. Like, he's just like, whatever, hello, bye-bye,
Yeah.
But, I always make fun of my mom, how harsh she was on me back then. I'm like, Mom, do you have any idea how big of a pain in the ass you are? Like, really? Like,
yeah.
And she'll be like, she'll turn it on me. She'll be like, it was your fault. You should have never left. You made that decision to leave. I'm like, no, you're the most difficult parent ever.
Gosh.
Like, there's never gonna be a moment where she's like, oh, I maybe I was a little tough on
Not
her.
gonna accept that. No, she's
Never.
never.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. You just move on.
Yeah, and now
You just
you're
want-
with your mom taking care of her and taking care of your brother.
Yeah,
and really
yeah.
stepped up. So
Yeah.
it's a lot.
I'm not worthless.
You're not. Carrying that whole family like like a champ on your shoulders. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
How is your brother doing?
He's doing good. He was in a lot of pain. I'm not gonna kid around. And he was having some issues with his doctor for some fucking reason. Because I do know the reason. Because California and Florida, they're cracking down on opiates. So they're just not giving him the right amount of meds. And they're kind of unorganized too. So they don't even know what they gave to their patients.
Oh.
They don't even have like a file history on their medication that they gave him.
Yikes.
So last time I took him, I told you that I just dropped him off. Because I thought, usually when you drop him off the doctors, you're taken care of, And I know I was when I broke my collarbone. Everything was fine. If I needed more powerful meds, you just call and they send the script to the pharmacy and you're good. So my brother goes and he comes back from that appointment. He was like, they're not listening to me. Like I'm telling them I'm in a lot of pain, but they're not, I can't see the doctor because he's not there. It's just a physician's assistant and they're just like, just suck it up.
Damn.
I'm like, this dude has broken his leg in 2 places. Like, give him the painkillers, you know? So, over the week, I just got really pissed because I was like, every day I would say, hey, Josh, how'd you sleep? How are you doing? What's your pain level? I only got like 3 hours of sleep. And he's just hanging in there. He doesn't complain about pain much.
No.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he used to train really hard. So,
Yeah.
like, he's used to the whole, like, being patient with the pain,
Yeah. But there's only so much you can take.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much
As one
pain?
person. How much pain he's really in, like that he's really letting, like, what's he letting on and what's
Yeah.
really going on.
Yeah.
It
And
must be extremely painful. And not getting the proper sleep.
not
it's
getting
like,
the proper sleep, at least. Like, usually when you have an operation, they give you enough meds to knock you out.
Yeah.
Because rest is essential, right?
Yes.
That's when the most healing happens.
Yeah.
So he's only been getting 3 or 4 hours, and we tried everything. I've given him like the craziest CBD, like 10,000 milligrams. That's like enough to even help with the worst pain. Like
Yeah.
so, it was slightly curving it, but my mom called the office.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we can't do anything about it, and then I call. And they're like, they basically say, oh, we're just trying to wean him off of the meds. I'm like, the man has just got out of surgery like a couple weeks ago. Give him the damn meds. And they're like, sorry, we can't do anything about it. So I get, over the week, I just, my anger is just like growing and growing. And so I decided, I told my brother, I just took him to the doctor's office and I said, this time, I'm going in with you. So, and of course you want to look presentable because the more presentable you look, the more authority and taking seriously, it sucks. Our world is like that right now,
They'll judge you.
Yeah, they'll judge you the way you present yourself. So, usually I'm just used to wearing, back in the day when I was camming and like, being a companion and stuff, you would have to be dressed to the whole nines, hair, makeup, clothing, outfit, everything is just like, bam, it has to be on point. So, I've taken a year off of it. Basically I just wear sweats all the time, every day. Even sometimes, I'll admit, sometimes I wear the same sweats all day and then I'll sleep in them, okay? I'll do that.
Ditto.
So this time I'm doing this for my brother. So I'm just like, got up early. His appointment's at 10 o'clock. We need to get there, 30 minutes early. I get my hair, makeup, outfit, everything done. I'm wearing like my nicest shoes. And I march up in there, and there's like a couple other people waiting in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
And this one lady, she broke her hip.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hip, broken hips. This lady comes in, and she's checking out, and her daughter is there, and this is how much the doctor's not there. He's only on there on Tuesdays. He's only available on Tuesdays, which is fucking nuts to me. He's a trauma surgeon, but like usually on Tuesdays, if you're meant to be in the office, someone else takes your place.
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy's just taking the day off, basically. Every Tuesday he takes off. So there's a physician's assistant. Even that patient with the broken hip was like, is the doctor ever here? Like, ever here?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no. And they just gave an excuse. Like, oh, he's a trauma surgeon. He's probably in surgery or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then another woman was waiting. So it's just one other woman. I say, oh, yeah, how are you waiting for somebody? And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm waiting for my mom. I'm like, I just want to know how this office treats people.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked, so you're waiting for your mother? And I asked what kind of injury she got, a broken hip, another broken hip. And I asked, how is this office, handling you guys? Do you guys like it here? What's her pain like? And she answered, she's good. The office is good and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to calm down a little bit. I'm not going to like start yelling at the front desk and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, is that your brother? I'm like, and she saw Joshua, and she's like, he looks banged up. I was like, he looks like he's in so much pain. Like, my mother doesn't have any pain. Your brother looks messed up. And I was like, yeah, it's unfortunate. And, it's been kind of hard on all of us, me, my mom, and my husband, because it's hard to see someone you love in so much excruciating pain.
Mm-hmm.
And, I asked her, I'm like, I don't know if you've ever broken a bone, but it's tough to even go to the bathroom. Like, even getting up to go to the bathroom is such a luxury right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, my brother hasn't been getting any sleep. And instead of me having to yell at the front office, or like the physician's assistant, they actually overheard me talking to this lady nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And they took Joshua to the back, and the PA came to the front desk a little bit. And usually the front desk lady, she's loud. You can hear her talking and stuff. But I heard her in a whisper. Like, oh, that's the patient's sister, and she's saying that he's in a lot of pain, or like something like that. They were like whispering something.
Mm-hmm.
And this office usually does not listen to Joshua at all. He's telling them, hey, I can take a lot of pain, but this hurts. I can't get any sleep. And they just seem like, because my brother looks suspicious, I guess. He's a big guy, like you don't know, like, if he's like a drug addict or something. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it helped me talking to this lady.
Mm-hmm.
And when they took him to the office, they actually listened to everything that
I think you just being there, dress up to 10 as a 10, and just like looking like, if they don't get, like, kind of like business, like if they don't get
I look like boss bitch. I was like going in there, and I was like, no matter what, we're gonna get this script, okay, for you, bro. Like, we're gonna do this. I'm like, don't worry.
Drugs.
Yeah, we're gonna get those drugs, okay? I'm like, you need them. I'm telling them that you need them, And but I'm glad that I didn't have to go to that extent.
Yes.
I don't want to go. I don't want to make a scene.
Yeah.
But like, when they're not listening to your brother, and you're calling her nicely on the phone, and they can't do anything, and the doctor's fucking only there on Tuesdays, and maybe not even there the whole week, who do you turn to? They said, take your brother to urgent care. I was like, fuck you, you're the one who freaking cut my brother up. You're gonna make sure that he's comfortable. He's your patient. So I'm really glad, and he was in there for a long time. Everyone else, it was just like a 10-minute checkup. He stayed there in 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And actually, the lady that denied him of the pain meds the first time, I saw that bitch. I saw her, and my brother didn't even have to tell me that it was her. I was like, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the bitch.
That's her.
But then I saw another woman, and I was like, I like her. She seems like a better, kinder vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And when Joshua came out, he told me that was the one that was more understanding.
Oh.
And he finally got the correct meds. For the first time since Christmas Eve, he slept fine.
Whoa.
Since Christmas Eve.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I also
He
slept.
must have been so. Well, all of you must have been so relieved.
Yeah. He's actually finally getting rest, which is a big relief. So, anyone out there,
You gotta be an advocate, if not for
Yeah.
yourself, like for your family member, and like, you know, Liz did what she had to do to make sure they took him seriously.
yeah,
It's
get your
a-
diamonds on. Get your jewelry on, girl. Okay, get your jewelry on, and you gotta walk in there. Do that walk. Do that walk. You know, you don't have to go out like, you know, bitchy at first. You know what I mean? That comes later.
Yeah,
but
at
if
least
you
look
can,
like you have to dress that part.
yeah,
And
you do.
as much as you like want to be like, oh, people shouldn't judge you. Like people can't
just,
help but judge and just like not take you seriously
because
when
they don't know you. They don't know you.
So they like, yeah.
So it worked, and I'm really glad that it was a peaceful solution to all this. So I was glad that I can be like a big sister, some kind of help.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Yeah, it feels nice to be able to do that for your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Just be there. Gosh, you've been doing a lot for your family. That's awesome, though.
it's a handful, but
It's
you
a
know,
handful.
what our family is for. You know, that is the true meaning of family. You know, to be there when they really need it. Not, you know, it's always fun to do like fun things, and which is important. You know, to strengthen the bond and stuff. But like when shit hits the fan and they really need your help, I know like multiple times. You know, you and Donna have both been there for each other.
Oh yeah.
Multiple
I
occasions.
remember like going through my mental breakdown and just recovering from the hospital, and then Donna coming from New York to literally sleep next to me and keep me company all night, you know, at home in the same bed. And just me having panic attacks, or me just not completely there, but just her just being next to me and just like, it's okay, Debbie, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
She was your rock.
She really is, and along with my dad too. You know, there's both there for me, and so you know, I know they both privately had conversations with each other, and I know they both cried to each other about me because they're really.
It's not easy.
They're really afraid that. What if I never come back? Donna was afraid, like, what if I don't come back from. Ever, you know.
I was scared too.
You just lose your mind, and some people never come back. So
is there cases? Do they, if you give them the right meds,
with the right meds
and treatment, everyone
bipolar people, yes, it's treatable.
Which, by the way,
most treatable.
It's the most treatable. Okay, see, it's not as scary as it sounds. Yes, it is serious, but you can treat it.
You can treat it.
And before I knew even what bipolar was, I thought maybe it wasn't untreatable because you had a bit of a journey finding the right kind of medication because there.
Oh my gosh!
So can you tell me a little bit about that? You know, so for people that are, you know,
I mean, I've lost track of how many different medications I've tried, but I've definitely tried medication that made me feel suicidal. I've had medication that made me feel numb, but I've also had medication that made me feel great and right back on track. So at the moment, I'm on Vraylar, which I've seen commercials for it everywhere on TV, but Vraylar right now, and that's the only medication I'm taking.
Oh, you're not taking lithium?
No.
Okay.
I was at one point, but I think my last psychiatrist didn't want me on lithium because it's not good for the liver.
Yeah, that's why I was worried too, because I did read up that
it's not good for the liver to have long dose of. So yeah, now I'm just taking Vraylar, and that's it. So,
that's awesome, and that's it.
It's just one pill.
And if you don't mind me asking, it's one pill per day.
Yeah, every night before I go to bed.
Okay, cool. And you feel the least side effects from this?
Yeah, I think so. I think overall. I mean, I did at one point had like shaky kind of legs. my legs
okay,
would shake,
okay. Uh-huh.
and maybe they still do at sometimes,
Uh-huh.
but definitely it's a lot better than it was before.
Uh-huh.
So.
Uh-huh.
And it's one of those things where, like, well, if I just have to take one pill and my legs shake a little bit, like, so be it. You know?
Yeah. It's
So.
not that much to pay for,
Yes,
you know, like
yeah.
payback.
Yeah.
That's
So-
not that bad of side effect.
Yeah, so I definitely had a journey of taking medication, but I just
I know it was rough
Yeah.
because it was kind of scary because I didn't know that you had to find the right dosage and the right prescription
yeah.
to help you. I thought, you know, because that didn't work, I thought that maybe you were like lost forever.
Yeah, like none of it would work. Yeah.
Which
No.
is scary. And
It is.
for anyone that's hearing this, like just remember that knowledge, you know, like just because one you know, medication is not working doesn't mean
it's over.
it's
Yeah.
untreatable.
Yeah, it's untreatable. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's untreatable. What my psychiatrist told me, like, you know, as horrible as it is to have a mental illness, the mental illness that you do have, bipolar, is one of the most treatable out of all the different mental illnesses that are out there.
And that makes
So
a
I'm
huge
like,
difference.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that's good. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Yeah, sure.
And eventually you did get the perfect one to work
That worked
for
for
you
me
right
yeah.
now.
And for now.
Yeah, for now.
The thing is, you know, as your body changes, as you get older, sometimes your prescription might have to change.
Okay.
So, you know, I have to be very, very self-aware and very in tune with my mental health and everything, in case I start to feel anxious, in case I start losing sleep, in case I start to feel a little manic. You know, I have to be really aware, just so that I can adjust my medication right away.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want is to escalate to the point where I crash.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a journey, and, you know, it's just, you're talking about, like, family being there for you. It's like, as horrible as it is to have a mental illness, it really tests your relationship.
Yeah.
Who really are your friends, and and who really truly is there for you.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I have a really great group of friends and family that are there for me. And I still remember, like, hating myself and, like, just hating myself. And, like, and my dad just telling me, like, no, I'll always be here for you. No matter what happens, when you wake up, I'll be here. And to me, that's enough. You know, that's enough to know, like,
it was your beacon.
Yeah, it really reminds me that to work hard on take preventative measures to make sure that I don't go back to the hospital. I don't put my family through that. Obviously, I'm going to do my best so that it doesn't happen again, but, like, not saying that it won't happen again. Like, it's just, again, it's just making that decision, that conscious decision that, like, it's going to be okay. If it happens again, it happens again, and I'll just deal with it. And so, but I just wouldn't be able to be as strong as I am now today if I didn't have the family and friends to support me. But, like, you see a lot of people on the streets that are homeless.
They don't have support.
They don't have that support.
Or people gave up on them.
Yeah, and they just don't have the medical help. But imagine if all of them had a good night's rest, even for 3 days, 4 days of good night's rest on the right medication to calm their mind so they can actually sleep and not have their mind, like, running and energy, you know, just not calming down. And just imagine medication and just sleep for 4 or 5 days. They'd be a completely different person in the best way possible. They'd be calm. They think logically. They think calmly. And it's just because they just haven't they're sleeping on the streets. They're not on the right medication. They don't have the support.
And I also think, like, sometimes when I see the homeless people and they're, like, right next to the street in the most chaotic place and they're sleeping, I'm like, that is not, that can't be healthy, because we also know about sound pollution. It can drive you mad.
Yes.
So, like, first of all, your chemicals aren't balanced in your body, and then you're not getting good sleep, and you have all this noise pollution around you, and you're not in the best environment. Of course, you're gonna go mad.
Yeah.
No support. Oh, it doesn't matter where I end up. Like, Yeah, I would think that a huge percentage of homeless would could be cured, right?
Yeah. A lot of them have mental health issues.
Mhm.
So it's just, that's a big part of it. So, you know, it's just really just trying to find the right balance and but I'm so glad that I didn't get caught up in hard drugs or anything like that, because that would add another level of
Yes.
just trouble and
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
if I was addicted to hard drugs or
Uh-huh.
anything like that. And but I never got into that, and never want to, never had a desire to, and I'm like, I already been to so many, you know, I felt so many emotions already without being on hard drugs. Like, I don't need hard drugs anymore.
Yeah.
I just need to calm my mind down, because I know how far I can go, and and how much I can break, you know. So I just don't want that anymore. So yeah, it's been a journey, but I'm just so happy to be where I am now, and just to be able to enjoy life and be present.
Yeah.
You know, instead of like in my own world or whatever. Like,
it sucks, like when you're so into your own mind, like your body's there.
mm-hmm.
You know, let's say, you know, friends gather, family gathering, and you see it all happening around you, but none of the smiling faces or none of the things that anyone says to you fucking matters. You know what I mean? You're just so consumed in your own mind.
Yes.
And you're just like, I don't know, it's just a strange feeling, not a good feeling,
no,
you know, like
nothing matters, and you're just like consumed by your own thoughts and fears and worries and self-loathing, and you like, I don't want to be this person, but like at the same time I have to be here because my family wants me to be here, and like put on a smiling face. I can't, like, it's just
that's the worst, having to put a smiling face when you really truly don't feel it. You know, that really, and you know, talking about mental, you know, health and stuff, like I've actually gone back to writing in my diary. It's actually that diary that you gave me as a present.
Oh,
long time ago. Remember the leather bound one?
Oh my god, I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so Debbie gave me many years ago. I think it was like back in 2007.
Okay, Liz, I don't remember. Damn, that's a long time. It's 2021, Liz.
I know. So like, I was actually shocked too when I saw the first entry.
14 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2007, dude. Okay, so I've kept diaries since I was in like 3rd grade, like consistently. You know, from 3rd grade to all the way in high school, and I think I have like 3 or 4 books filled.
Oh, that's awesome.
Debbie gave me a gift in 2007, and I've been writing in that journal since. Maybe a bit more sparsely, of course, because it's 2021 and I haven't finished it. But actually, but still, I'm almost on the verge of like finishing it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have maybe about 20 pages.
Oh wow.
Which is just not that much, but
it must be kind of cool though to see your first entry on that journal in 2007 and be like, you're a totally different person that many years ago.
Yeah, it's an essence of you. You've grown so
nice.
much.
It's kind of nice.
It is nice because it kind of embodies you at that time. It's like a time capsule, you know, of you. Yeah. Not like just things, but of you, your mind at that time, and where it's at, and what are, you know, your interests at that moment and stuff, and what's going on in your life. And, and it does, when you read back, you'll forget about those moments and stuff. And when you read it, it's a trigger. It just like, you know, like in a movie where it's like someone's reading and then the camera goes around and then the whole scenery just changes, goes back into that time.
That moment.
Yeah, in that moment. So that's what's cool about, but actually I started to write back in my journal because I want to, it's for my mental health. You know, it really does. And this time it's not about writing your highlights. No. Yeah, because really before, yes, there was a lot of emotional things, but I would always include highlights. Like, you know, Instagram, what are the best things that have happened? And you just see,
Gratitude.
yeah, gratitude and stuff. But
Yeah.
I just want to touch base on that and tell people like, hey, writing in a diary doesn't have to be like the highlights, you know.
No.
Just
yeah.
write.
It can be your darkest thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, it's just shared with you, and that's no one else, and it's a good mental exercise.
Yeah,
because you know you do stuff for your physical body,
Yeah.
but your mental exercise, you're holding stuff in, and
yes, it's so bad to hold it in,
especially if you have anxious thoughts, and like
especially if you're anxious,
Yeah.
depressed.
you know what's really like now that you brought that up, like I actually got this journal not too long ago, a guided journal, in case you know maybe for some of you out there like, oh, what do I never wrote anything.
We're gonna add that.
So a blank
to the
journal. So a
description.
blank journal, like yes, a blank journal is good to have just to write free flowing thoughts. But then there's another journal. I got this guided journal for anxiety or anxious thoughts.
Ooh, I like that.
And worries, and it's basically
I like that.
It's basically a guided journal where they the same questions they ask you are the same kind of questions they ask for cognitive behavioral therapy. So same techniques they use.
I like.
So
that.
they use say like, so what's going on? So you write what's going on. Okay, what are you thinking at this moment now? And you write what you're thinking, and then it goes on to, what are you thinking right now? And then it goes on to what evidence supports that thought.
Oh,
And then
I like that.
on the opposite, it says what evidence contradicts that thought. Now
helping you analyze,
and process through everything. And then it says now write an alternative thought. And then at the last thing it says anything else before you go. So it lets you like it's more of a guided journal like that I find like helpful if I don't know what to write.
Yes.
And it's just like so I have one blank journal and I have this guided anxiety journal, and we'll put the link for that.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely add that. And also I've been doing a blank one too. It's so weird. And I've also did a guided one, but it's actually for nutrition.
Oh, nice.
It's the one actually I got it as a present from Donna. So one from you and then one for Donna, and it's called a wellness journal.
Nice.
And it's a really pretty bounded book, you know. It's one of those cloth covers and stuff with gold letters on the outside. And I kind of waited a while, you know. I got it back in I think October or something. But I waited because I wasn't committed to it yet. And this book, you have to, you know, commit to it in not a scary way, but like it'll even say there's a little contract in there in one of the, like in the first couple pages. Yeah, it's like, I blank, and then it says fill your name, you know, commit to this, you know, journal.
Wow.
And it tells you to date it and everything. And I think I've heard some other talks and saying that's actually really important. You know, people that want to commit to, you know, getting healthier or, you know, other commitments, like writing a contract actually makes it more powerful. And I think, you know, it was cool to do that. And then so I'm starting that.
Nice.
And this one just kind of says like, how are you feeling today?
Oh.
Like, okay, great. You know, so you circle it.
Kind of your mood and
Your mood.
And
that's nice. And I'm really enjoying it. Like it says like, oh, what did you eat today? Did you exercise today?
To really check in with you.
Yeah, like what are your goals? What are some steps to help you to get to that goal? So I think, you know, in this world we don't really physically write a lot.
No,
at all. It's all texting and digital.
So when you write with a pen, there's something really tangible and there's like a connection you feel with the words more. Yeah, and I think it is very helpful to just write. Oh yeah. Yeah, it really is helpful, and I think, you know, me and Debbie are doing it. I think this is the first time we're actually talking about this. You know, I don't think we really planned to talk about this, but we're both doing 2 different journals, one blank one and one guided one, and we'll add that all in the description. It's fun too. It really is. And again, it's just like, one for just free flowing thoughts, and another one in case you don't have free flowing thoughts and you just want to just have this check-in, you know? So it's really great. And I'm happy that, you know, I actually, you know, when I got the original journal, I was actually sending that to a friend. because she
Okay.
was going. I think I mentioned to you she was going through her own anxiety. She was getting anxious and stuff, and so I got it for her as a gift. And
That's a great gift. I love that
And the
gift.
thing is, I could have sworn I put her address to ship it to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I double, triple checked to make sure it's shipped to her.
Yeah.
To her. And then, because I wasn't planning on this journal to get for myself, I just thought, oh, this is like, I looked on Amazon, and this looked like a good journal, guided journal for anxious thoughts and stuff like that. So I totally, like, made sure, double, triple checked to send it to her. And then I didn't think anything of it, and I'm like, oh, like, so-and-so, you should expect that package tomorrow, you know? It says on my Amazon thing. And then the next day, I look and I check, I'm like, why did I receive it?
Damn it.
Damn it. Like, why did I receive
you
it?
Checked it so
I
many
checked it so many times, and I
times.
don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Something glitched or something.
Switched or something.
Something happened, but it ended up happening to me, and I'm like, huh. And I was like, that sucks. Because, you know, it was for a gift for her, but I was like, you know, maybe I'll give it to her when next time I see her or something. But then I ended up looking at it myself, and I was just like, this is a really good journal. Like, I feel like this is really good. This is something I should have.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna hold on to this copy and just buy another one and send it to her for sure this time. And so, yeah, I ended up sending it to her that same journal.
I think that makes it even more special gift because you actually went through it and
Yes.
you're like, dude, this is so good
Yeah.
that I want it for myself.
Yes.
I think
yes.
that makes it even more special.
Yeah, so now we both have one.
That's cool.
So
That's really
yeah,
cool.
but I just felt like, maybe there's the universe is telling me that I need that.
Yeah, it was the universe,
This was meant to happen,
dude.
you know. So I was
It
like,
was because you triple
I
checked
kept
it.
checking and checking, like sent to her, and then like at the last minute, I don't know what. It's just
It's funny how life works like that sometimes.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it just comes to certain things, and when you're just kind of open, it comes, and you just need to kind of, be open to it.
yeah, be open to it and just be like, just take it as it is and just make the best of it. Just like even though my cat passed away, I reminisce on the good times we had, and that was my first entry that I wrote in my guided journal about like my anxious thoughts about Meow Meow. So
Yeah, of course.
it's like she passed away, and it kind
Rest
of
in peace, meow meow.
rest in peace, Meow Meow. So it just of course triggered some thoughts of like like love and like will I experience this love again, and like but then it's made me kind of hopeful, like maybe I am ready to open my heart out to like, a person, not just like an animal, but like to an actual like to a significant other, so I think, but having gone through like that love with my cat, like it just made me like realize like, oh, maybe I am capable of that kind of love and stuff like that unconditional love. So but yeah, I like processed that through my journal and stuff like that, and my alternative, instead of my thought of like, will I die alone or will I be sad? My alternative thought was like, you know what? I'm open to, just like how my cat unexpectedly came into my life. I'm hoping that like if I'm open and I put myself out there, that the right person will hopefully come into my life too.
Yeah,
but
I believe that.
if I have this wall and I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
then of course, like what do you expect?
Even if it was right in your face and you were in the right mindset, you wouldn't be able to accept it.
Exactly.
Even if it was right in your face, guys.
Exactly. So now I'm just like
That's really wonderful.
open to it, and just
Yeah.
like, I just feel like life is good, and I can't complain, and I'm going back to help my sister in Ojai next week, actually, on Saturday.
Oh, so it's not once a month anymore.
It's supposed to be once a month, but
that's really great.
yeah. So
She's like, I need you.
Yeah.
That's
so she's-
awesome.
So I'll be helping her again, and life is great. So.
That it is great, and you guys, we also had a really nice start to this podcast. Before we started recording, we did a little bit of dancing.
Oh yes, dancing was nice.
It was nice. Like, okay, so how long has it been, Debbie, since you've danced?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you told me that we were gonna dance today, just for the video, I did practice in the mirror.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna practice a little bit. Like, do I look cool? Do I look good? Do I look sexy cool? So I did practice a little bit.
Yeah, she gave me like I proposed the idea, because I wanted us to promote mental health and how dancing can promote that.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave her the idea through text, and she said, "I guess I'll try." And then she had an emoji with like a nervous
little
sweat.
Yeah.
It was like, Debbie, I love you for even trying. Like, I'm so glad that you're even down for it. Because she could have just been like, no.
That's
like,
true.
it's been so long. No.
Right, sure.
But yeah, we started in the beginning of every podcast. Before we start recording, we take photos really quick, to give you guys some visuals and stuff. But there is scientific proof that dancing is really great for you.
Oh, I feel great. Like when we got started, like, my pumping, and it's like good music
shaking
flowing,
out the
shaking
cells.
because
you're made out of so many different
energy and
cells and all that. You need to shake out your body.
Mm-hmm.
Because our bodies aren't meant to be sedentary. Is that what?
Sedentary? Yeah.
Sedentary. Yeah, so I also want to show you guys, it doesn't even have to be long. It doesn't have to be 3 hours of dancing.
No.
It can be just you turning on the music for 10 minutes. And instead of like sitting and listening or doing work while listening to music, just move your body. And I got this idea from this girl that I followed on Instagram. I think she had like a wide range of different mental, issues and stuff. And she would just post herself dancing every day. It wasn't like anything like crazy production, like with the crazy editing and stuff. It was just her dancing. And I don't think I became aware of, dancing and mental health together until that point, because me and Joseph will just like put on music and we'll just dance for fun, because we used to go to the club all the time. We used to, me and Joseph used to help run a underground dance club for 3 years.
And they were great at it.
Thank you.
So good at
Thank you.
Best host.
Yeah, thank you. And
Focus OC?
Yeah. It was good times, and we kind of spoiled. Like, we would have music every Tuesday. Mm-hmm. From DJs from all over the world come and playing there, and it would just be easy to dance every week.
Yeah.
But once we stopped doing that and moved on with another phase into our life, we didn't really get to go out that much.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now. So like, we really want you guys to give you guys a challenge. Try to give yourself 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just to shake out your body.
Dance on one song.
Yeah, put on your favorite track and dance like nobody's watching, or if everyone's watching.
Yes.
Like you can dance in your pajamas, get on top of the bed, jump around a little bit.
Yes.
In the shower, whatever, get your spouse or your partner involved, your pets, just have fun, like shake it out. And music's very therapeutic, and also moving your body. And I want to actually kind of read a little bit of what dancing can do.
Nice.
To support it.
Yes. Scientific research? Or
Yes, scientific research. So in the study by researchers at Albert Einstein College of Medicine, they found that dancing is associated with 76% reduced risk of dementia, along with the participants. Along study published with Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience shows that dancing improves cerebral health. Okay, and then also it improves mood, lowers stress, and anxiety. And according to a study conducted by the University of Hertfordshire psychology professor Peter Lovett, the happiness experience while dancing is measurable even after dancing. Increased levels in happiness present as long as a week after the last dance. A week.
Wow. A week.
And you guys, if you do more research, there's articles on top of articles on why it's proven that when you dance, it's good for you. It is awesome. Truly great. So
Dance.
just shaking. Yeah, dance. And we actually recorded us dancing. And it doesn't mean, like, yes, of course you want to look cool when you're dancing, you know,
Yeah.
but it's really not about that. It's just getting your body moving. And we're actually going to post a little video of us dancing. Outside. Outside.
Yes.
So it felt really good, right? Because
It is
usually
good.
we're dancing indoors.
Yes, that's true. It's nice to be outside and there's no one watching, so it's even better. So it's just like, oh, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah, you don't have to be at a music festival or a club to dance.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to dance.
Everywhere is a dance floor.
Yeah, everywhere's a dance. Yes, Debbie. I like that. I'm gonna put that in the caption. Everywhere's a dance floor.
Yes. Well, to end everything, do you want to end with a snack of the week? Or we'll just
Snack
pick
of
one
the
snack.
Looks Carmelitas.
Okay, let's do Carmelitas.
And then we can save the other ones because they're packaged.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. We love these Carmelitas. I don't know if they're available at every Whole Foods, but
yeah.
I've been seeing them up since like Christmas. They've been just kind of showing up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, these are great.
So,
like I had it, and I just you know, no surprise. I ate one before. I ate one before we got to it, but I had to replace it. So I'm like, oh my god, what did it look like? I was like, oh, that Whole Foods great.
I forgot like what's in it, and it kind of tastes like a pie.
It's like caramel, obviously chocolate. It has brown sugar.
So it's kind of like a caramel.
Condensed milk.
But it's so good. It's so sweet, and it's just delightful. And I love the density of it.
But yes, this is.
Oh yeah, show them.
If I go too close, it's gonna be blurry. So, but here it is.
It's really yummy. It's definitely decadent. So check out your Whole Foods. Again, we don't work for them. I just happened to go get like
snacks from Yes.
It's good that you found them.
Yeah, they're great.
It does taste like there's, if you like pie crust, I think you'll like this. If you like pie, maybe almost like a pecan pie without the pecans. And there's some chocolate in there too, so chocolate lovers, hey. And I'm addicted to chocolate. I was talking to Josh. He's obsessed with, he can eat like a pound of gummy bears, which is like, nah, not for me. And then I love chocolate. I know you love I love artisanal chocolate. I love like good chocolate, not like the waxy chocolate. You know, the cheap waxy chocolate? Not into this. And this is not cheap waxy chocolate. This is yummy chocolate.
All right. Well, that's our snack of the week. Is Carmelitas from Whole Foods. Hope you guys enjoy it and try it for yourselves. And everything, again, as we mentioned in today's episode, we will definitely put in the description. But yeah, do everything you can to help with your self-care and wellness. Put yourself first, or else no one else will.
And make it fun.
Dance. Write in a journal, guided journal, dance, listen to music.
Online workout on YouTube.
Snack away. You know, just do the things that bring you joy.
5 minutes, 10 minutes of it.
Exactly. And so, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And please write us if you like at our Gmail at mooncakes.podcast@gmail.com. And please follow us on Instagram if you like to see us dancing, to see funny videos that we post up and photos.
I like the one about the Nani lips guitaring. Did you put that one up?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
See, you'll know what she's talking about if you follow us at mooncakes.podcast on Instagram. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.